Tell me about the event that you all just went to called Boys to Men.
That was good. Um, it was good because there was a 30-year-old, I guess, who spoke and was talking about like how he helps like children from 9 to like 13 or 12 or something like that, and that got me interested. So I gave him one of my dad's business cards so we could stay in contact.
That's nice. Why do you all feel like this event, how did this inspire you as little boys?
This
Talk loud.
This event inspired me to be the best person I could be because I like the emotional impact that he was letting off, so we can create a new generation of men so that we can make a change in life.
Awesome. New generation of men to make change. Did you want to?
My name is Mac Hudson. I presently work for Prison Legal Service, what we call the REICI, Racial Equity and Correction Initiative. I also have my own nonprofit, which is called Access Mass, and we deal with racial inequity, and we create initiatives wherever we find racial inequity at.
And why are events like this important to you?
Well, it's a continuation of the work that I did while I was incarcerated. You know, when I was in for 33 years, mostly for a conviction I didn't commit, we built programs and religious events in order to bring the community inside together in order to create a healing process for both communities. And one of the things we found was culture education linked us and brought us back to our ancestral plane, which connected us with the roots of struggle, right? And that struggle increased throughout the prison system and grew in many components of other brothers that learned from us, right? And some of which came out here in society and out here doing marvelous work, you know, which I'm so happy to be a part of.
Yes, and I am definitely one of those brothers where I shared earlier, like I was so afraid to be around Matt because he was the brother in the law library. He was the brother helping other men on their cases, and I could barely read or write. And I was just intimidated by him and not knowing that the true person that he is and just always wanted to help somebody, you know. And so standing back from afar and watching you and watch what you've done for so many other brothers gave me the inspiration to just like follow in y'all footsteps, man.
Let me tell you something. I was very moved by my brother's comments earlier.
Yes.
I mean, he was so well spoken, and he was, you know, bringing me. I mean, he moved me to tears. He really did, you know. But to see that how far he's came, right, into ownership of who he is today. It's really, man, it's a blessing to see. It's a blessing. It's really a blessing to see, man.
I learned from my big brothers.
Yeah. And I think sometimes, and I think what moved me about what Garrett said, was that we try to abate the suffering that we went through. We don't speak honestly about that. You know, the folks tried to kill us in prison because of advocating for what we believed in, and which was only our entitlements. He wasn't asking for anything special. He wasn't asking for anything extra. He was just asking for what we was entitled. And because of that, anytime Black and brown folks assert their rights, it's considered an automatic threat to a white power structure in place. And so I realized that, and even though, you know, a lot of brothers benefited from that, some of which who stand out here and are doing marvelous work, it was only because brothers like myself and others who went to the hole, who went on hunger strikes, who damn near almost was killed, you know, doing this type of work, you know, that they could stand here today and say they're here.
Right, wow.